And it looks like we're live. So, hey, folks, welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm Steve, K5ATA, and appreciate you coming. Today we got a few of us in the house. It's our new kind of format for at least my stream. And I don't know about y'all, but I enjoy this a whole bunch, just getting to sit around and talk radio with the fellas. But before we get rolling, I got a few obligatory YouTube things and some shout-outs to make. So first, some shout-outs. KM4ACK, Jason, if you are not familiar with him, I'm not sure what rock you've been under. He's kind of like the guru of Raspberry Pi, but he sent the Padawans an entire setup for APRS, and so we are figuring all that stuff out, and it's on the air. We're just getting everything kind of rolling with that. And then Steve, I saw him in the chat earlier, KO4AFL. I shot him a message. Well, he's in there. I think it was maybe Monday, and said, hey, can we do a quick test on someday this week? He said, how about tomorrow? Tomorrow being yesterday, which is kind of backwards. Had it set up and had another Padawan successfully test, and one of them upgrade to his general, which is awesome. So thank you, Steve, for that. And then my most recent patrons, Timothy Tapp.
Real quick, Steve, I think a collection for getting that gentleman a G90.
So I can guarantee you he would not be opposed to getting a G90. In fact, that if there's anybody who will pick up a radio, throw it in a backpack, and go play in the woods and throw a tree or an antenna in a tree, it's this kid. He's actually building his own log cabin, like dragging the logs and stacking them and chinking it and all that stuff by himself. Well, his dad's helping him, but he's doing it like old school style.
Wow.
So that would be awesome.
Remarkable.
Yeah,
wow.
It is. He's a cool dude. So, in fact, he's going to present this next week at our local club meeting on how to get started with Echolink. So pretty cool for, I think he's 13. So impressive. But one little chunk of shout outs I wanted to go ahead and make real quick. My newest patrons, Timothy, I'm going to try to say this right, Tim. Tapio, Bruce Hyman, and Jason KM4ACK, and Darren Bartel. So appreciate y'all's support. Know that all of those Patreon dollars and stuff that come in go straight out to help support the Padawans and keep them on the air. So, and speaking of that, all those links are down below in the description, and that's the end of the commercial. So let's head around the room and see who we got. So we'll start with Dude. What's up, Dude?
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for having me on the show, Steve, or Goodgame, or I'm going to call you Goodgame because otherwise I'm going to call T.O. Steve, and it's going to be confusing. But anyway, guys, I'm Ham Radio Dude, and I ramble a lot. How you doing?
Rambling is good, so that's cool. And T.O.'s down there in my bottom left corner, and he's got a sidekick too, so don't let that slip by you.
Yeah, so temporarily I do ham radio technology and then cross-continental journeys with my sidekick, my co-pilot, Commander Astrolea.
All right.
Oh, that's official now.
There you go. It's official. And your public service announcement. T.O.'s obviously on the road, so his internet gets kind of gassy, I guess, at times. So he's sometimes it kind of stutters in there a little bit. But good to have you, T.O. And last but certainly not least is the Ape. What's up, Ape? Ape's got no audio.
I think he's messing with us.
I think he's trying to be.
I'm not, man. I'm just playing. So what I was going to say is thanks for having me here, Steve. I appreciate it. To be accompanied by these fine, outstanding men is wonderful. I like ham radio and ham radio accessories.
So if by some odd chance you're not subscribed to any of these folks, make sure you head over there and click the linky to get that done. So
yeah, I'm trying to hit 58 subscribers by tonight. So
58, we could definitely get Dude over 58 subscribers.
Yes, and there was a question in the chat already, if you don't mind. Joseph asked how long it'll take us to make Astro Leah laugh on stream, and I think it'll be about that quick. All we got to do is
she already did, right? Didn't she?
I'm sure she did.
The problem is T.O.'s staying muted a lot of the time because of the road noise. So.
There it is.
There it is.
Ding, 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 ding. Every time she laughs, you guys donate. To the Padawans.
Yeah, there you go. But
But
I
she's gonna have a
personally don't
sore
mind
throat. She's not for a hog for a week.
I personally don't really mind the road noise, Tio. So you're welcome to keep it on.
All right,
I don't care if y'all don't like the road noise. So
I'm looking forward to the whirlwind tour that Tio's going to post.
Yeah. So.
Oh, it's crazy. We've done a massive amount of activation past. We built the antennas with KM4AC, activated a radio dude. You've already seen the video because he was quick on. We four operator activation with Mike N8YO, light the terminal velocity. We've just been going for Leah today. Taught a excited young lady, a very excited YL, how to do her first park act, her contact. So that's a video coming out on that channel.
So I'm going to go ahead and say I don't know that I've ever. There you go. We got to do the dance, Steve. KO4AFL. Thank you, brother. Hey, you actually have to kind of dance. Yeah. At least smile like you're thinking about dancing.
Listen, I'm trying to run the soundboard, son. It ain't easy.
So, but yeah. So, Tio, I got to say, brother, that I have never heard. It's like you're repeating everything. It's kind of, I guess, it's your internet. Up there in Wisconsin.
It's like it's resending a packet because it didn't think the packet was sent originally, so it resends it, and so we get that double. Hey, I'm Tio. Hey,
it was sounding like this.
There you go.
Just come across that. I'm Tio.
So, but we shall make it through because we're here for a good time anyway. So who really cares? So yeah, Joseph says so. That's the ape dance. So I actually have video of the real legit ape dance, but. I'm sorry, he's threatened my life and the life of my dogs and my neighbor's dogs and all that stuff.
I think Robot Tio is trying to talk. I am a robot,
R2D2 right there.
C3PO.
But yeah,
R2TO.
I learned those dance moves from Temporarily Offline. If you guys didn't see that video, it was great, and I feel like I'm totally like a new, I should be a pro dancer. I'm going to be on the dance floors and stuff. It's going to be great.
Anime says I need to play that tape, and that kind of dates. Oh, here we go.
Let me fire it up again.
You got to smile, Ape.
Yeah, boy.
So,
guys, I got all new moves for every time tonight, so you won't see the same move twice, boy.
Appreciate that, Lee. But
dude,
it kind of dates some of us. There you go. I've never actually seen. Well, that's not true because some of the other folks at school said, "Hey, you got to look at this." But I am TikTokless, I guess. So,
TikTokless, you say?
I am TikTokless.
We'll dance for a G90.
So there you go. We'll dance for a G90 for the Padawan.
There you go. Chuck says to be careful, man.
Yeah, Cody says get Cody a G90 for Ape to dance. So I might be. I'll have to see about that. So,
I'm going to segue a little bit into our topic tonight, but I totally enjoy our off.
Yeah, we kind of have a topic, but we don't necessarily have to stick to it.
I didn't know we had one, but that's
no, it's cool awesome. Because it's going to come back to this in just 2 seconds, right? But and I love it. It's great. I love our banter.
I actually put on the end of it and what's up because that kind of
and what's up
all the other stuff we want to have. So go for it, bro.
I just saw Field Day on there, and I'm actually getting really excited for Field Day now. But I forgot what I was going to say, and Andy donated, so I better dance again.
Oh. I would sing too, but I can't sing for $4.99. Plus, I'd run all the rest of y'all out, and that wouldn't work so well. So it kind of defeats the purpose. But yeah, Field Day is going to be awesome this year. We actually get to have one. It looks like so.
I think it was about the DX Commander. I'm really looking forward to Field Day this year because of that DX Commander, and I got to experience it last week firsthand. Oh man, what a cool little antenna.
So are you gonna have one ready for then, or
the Dude Commander? Yeah, actually, it can't be the Dude Commander. There's no you can't be as good as the Commander, right? So I'm gonna be like the Dude Sergeant or something like that.
Right, Lieutenant.
But it's gonna be
Lieutenant Dude instead of Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dude.
I'm gonna get stickers made for it and everything. It's gonna be great. But yeah, I'm gonna try to make one. See how it goes for Field Day, and I think that if I do it correctly, it'll probably bring a lot of attention to our post. Like, at least people walking by who are hams will be like, "Oh boy, what is that thing in the air there?" Well, it's a DX. It's a fake DX commander, sir. Oh, whoa,
Wow.
whoa.
Wow, give me a second.
I don't even know if I got a dance for
Whoa!
that.
Oh, Nugget. I'm like, you make me feel like dancing. There you go. I'll sing a little bit for that one, Nugget. Appreciate you, dude. Yeah. But
I just like looking at myself on the video doing the dance.
that's why you slide all the way back. So
Yeah. Well,
he takes little clips out of it for his videos later. So
I would love to like be able to move from the hips and like really get down and but unfortunately my hips and my back don't work too well. So I gotta imitate what I could do in this awesome gamer chair here. But the gamer chair helps, right? Because
it's got support.
It's got great lumbar support.
So
Anyway, Brian Edwards says he missed his first field day because of COVID.
Yeah, I was just about to throw that up there. So a lot of our Padawans last year missed their first field day because of COVID too. So this year, I got a bunch of them saying that they want to come out, and fortunately, the local club is being very good about let's make it appealing to them. Let's find some stuff that I'm hoping to have some little builds and stuff like that for them to do. Which reminds me, I do need to give another little shout out to Kyle AA0Z. If you're not subbed to his channel, go hit it. But he sent out a bunch of little 3D printed CW paddles. And so for our first club meeting, which we actually got to have last Wednesday, they started putting those together, and most of them finished those up Thursday and Friday and whatnot. So that was awesome. So thank you for that. So.
And my
MTO's back.
My apologies too. Was I supposed to? Or not supposed to? Did I offer to send you one, or do you still need one? I can't remember.
I can always use more of those little things. So I had a few people do it with a partner, and so they did partner builds. And one fella had to. You ready, Ape?
Whoa! You gotta give me a second. This is moving way too fast for me.
Wait, hold on here, man. I need to find some dollar bills and start being like all like, wait, where's my glasses? Make it rain.
Yeah. So, Big Daddy Appleton, and he's actually not far from me. So
I'm gonna get some confetti.
I do believe Mr. Jim Big Daddy Appleton. Am I correct in remembering that you just? Yep, there it is. He just said new general, the Octa 8. He just upgraded last week, and he's looking forward to doing some POTA. So,
well, that's a perfect thing. Yeah, you're gonna love it.
So I might try for my general when I apply for the GMRS license again. When I take that test, I might try.
Yeah, I can't believe how many
times the same day.
Yeah,
I mean, it's some hard questions on that thing.
How does field day work for you GMRS guys? Is it kind of like did you guys keep logs and stuff, or?
Well, I mean, I log every contact.
Yes, that's right.
It would be immoral not to. So I do that.
I get them tattooed in my arms,
Well, for field day, I'm actually taking out my President Adams CB radio. I'm going to work on 20. I might drop it down to 15, do some 15 on it, and I might go all the way up to 40. But I'll probably hit 19 for a while, too. But I don't know yet.
so I need to bring my President Lincoln to field day, too, and maybe, we can have a multi-president contact.
Yeah, here we go.
So I guess I need to get it the rest of the way fixed then.
I got to tell you for a minute there, when you're talking about the President Lincoln at 20 and 40, obviously you did pretty well with that, because I was thinking meters, and I'm like, I have seen a video where a guy converted a CB into a 20 or a 40 meter radio. Yeah. Pretty impressive stuff.
Joseph says that legend has it you log everybody who chunks the repeaters.
I do. I get them all.
So that's. In that case, I should probably go ahead and apologize, because I guarantee you I've had 20 kids or so chunking that repeater lately just to see where they can hit it from on the school bus. So,
well, I don't necessarily know what's more offensive, the kid chunking the repeater or the guy who lectures them about it. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't chunk the repeater because somebody might need to, and they'll go on for 20 minutes, and I'm just like, come on. I mean,
somebody might also need it during your rant. So.
Kerchunking is a sin. I get it, and I agree. But at the same time, if the kids just all got their license and they're kerchunking, tune over to the other repeater.
So, well, because our repeater gets so much traffic anyway.
Right.
But yeah. So Tom's here. Tom, welcome, Tom. Looking forward to field day. You've got ideas. Well, feel free to share, Tom.
You got ideas. We've got answers. Who was that who used to have that we got answers? Was that Radio Shack? We've got answers. Yeah, I'll think.
Sounds right. It's Radio Shack now.
Yeah, I don't remember. I remember it, but I don't remember who.
I'm gonna Google it.
So, Google it.
I'm actually kind of curious to hear Tom's ideas for field day. I'm sure he'll come up with something pretty interesting, right?
Yeah, and that's kind of what's so fun about I guess the group of us is we all play radio differently. So when I can guarantee you field day, Adam's going to be on top of some mountain that most sane people don't go up, and it's fun to see the way everybody else plays radio. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what makes the hobby cool, right? Like the 1,000 hobbies in a hobby, and I know it's a service too. I don't want to offend anybody, but the thing that about it that's cool is everybody can enjoy radio in their own way. What's funny is that you have guys who are like these old men who sit there and say that you have to use AM and CW and all that. They're really bad for the people who are getting in the hobby. Go ahead and get on HF and do SSB. You know what I mean? They're doing the same exact thing, but they're just doing it with their flavor of ham radio. Just let people have fun regardless of whatever it is they're doing.
Yep, and so Tom, you do officially have to tell us because Beer Snack says you are field day. So
yeah, I'm all ears here. By the way, it was Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
So, and, Joseph,
it seemed like they're the ones asking the questions. I'd go in the Radio Shack and they'd be like, "Can I have your zip code? Can I have your phone number? Can I have
Are
your
you
address?"
interested in a cell phone?
I'm like, "Hey, whoa, slow down, Tiger Blood. I just need batteries."
What is your third born's middle name?
Gertrude.
Yeah. Hey, I would probably be better off buying batteries and taking that quiz at Radio Shack than these Harbor Freight batteries. Let me see if you guys could see this here. Does it show the bend?
It does actually, kind of. So.
I love that.
There you go. That's a pretty good angle. There, right where my top finger is. You guys see how that
Okay, now that's intentional. They do that because a lot of the people keep their handy talkie in their back pocket, and it's eventually kind of gets the butt curve.
Yeah,
it keeps it safe. It keeps
it me going for a second. I'm like, there ain't no way that's intentional.
So yeah, they have it so that you can slide the battery in there, and it doesn't blow up when the butt curve happens.
It's like the top here is like a what did you call those capacitors when they are bulging? Yeah, you have a bulging top end here too. I'm like, this can't be safe. Should probably get it out of my room.
I was on a chat group, and this guy was posting pictures of his 18650 batteries, and they were just blowed up. And he's like, "Are these things safe to recharge?" And I'm like, "Dude, you need to get rid of those batteries before they explode on you."
Or just put them somewhere fun and video them exploding.
There you go.
Exploding, if you get it on tape, it's acceptable. Otherwise, you don't want to do it.
It's like that tannerite stuff. You ever had that tannerite stuff? I've not had it. I can hear it go boom around here quite often, but
I went playing pew pew with a bunch of buddies, and I just went and grabbed every aerosol can that I had in the house, like spray paint cans and all that stuff. And I had this giant bottle of Lilac Mist Lysol. And then when it went boom, this huge mist went in the air, and the wind blew it towards us, and you could taste it. It was like, it was the worst.
So K5YVY, he's another neighbor of mine. He's over in New Albany, Mississippi, which is 30-ish minutes away, depending what color lights you have on your vehicle. And he chunks his own repeater because it's his. And actually, YVY, I got a few Padawans that have Kerchunked your repeater as well. They can hit it. So if you do hear any of those KI5, they all start with N's lately. Be kind because they're figuring it out as they go. Because he's close enough to the county line over there that several of them can hit it. So they have a groove for the HG. That's right.
What are you going to do, Steve, for field day?
Whatever it takes to get the kiddos out there. So
that's awesome.
Like I said, the club's going to be there. Yeah. And I think we've pretty well decided that, they've always done it at the fire station, which is which is nice. You have air conditioning, but the chunk fun beer snack. Gotta wait for the noise. So yeah, but instead we're gonna move it into town. There's actually like right near the center of town. There's like it's like a pavilion. Used to be the National Guard Armory, and they kind of gutted it and made it a pavilion instead, where they have like farmers markets and stuff. We're gonna set up there and throw some meat on the grill and build stuff and play radio and try to. Yeah. We're hoping that by being right there in the middle of town, parents are, they're a little more comfortable with bringing their kids up there, and they can drop them off with me for a while and play radio and have a good time, and maybe bring a friend and get a Padawan I don't know on the air.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Now, would operating in like a field at the school, a soccer field, for example, be out of the question?
Not at all. In fact, I have many times considered operating from the Lafayette L on the 50-yard line of the football field.
That'd be cool. We could do worked all football fields.
And so I'm actually, at some point this year, I'm going to do it. It's just that field always has somebody on it during the school day. So I'm thinking one of these next club meetings, I'm go down and see if I can convince coach to practice on the practice field instead of the game field so I can use it. But
nice. And then the antenna is going to be a dipole post to post?
That would be cool. Actually, the idea was I was going to string a end-fed halfway from the top of the press box down. So that's up there a good ways.
There's so many possibilities with that. It's pretty cool. Just load up the bleachers.
So, I can bring the G90 and load up the bleachers. I can, that football player that passed out, I can load that person up too.
You had that big vertical though, right? That works pretty well, doesn't it?
That alpha works pretty well. So, but I also want them to see other things that work well too. They're used to the alpha antenna. I mean, Lord, they can deploy that alpha antenna in about 3 minutes. And
that's cool.
But I want them to see other kinds of antennas. And in fact, Jason KM4ACK is actually sending Cody, the Padawan that just upgraded the general. He's actually sending him a end-fed half-wave, and Steve KO4AFL is sending him a flagpole antenna. So he'll have a couple varieties to play with as well. So when we get him that G90 we're working on.
That's cool.
It will be cool. And kids don't care. I mean, plus they can run up and down the bleachers a lot faster than I can to put it up there.
Right, be like, going up there and string it out. I'll time you.
It's a race.
We'll count it as PT, your physical fitness. Excuse me.
Don't get me started on PE at school. It involves a lot of bleachers sitting. So,
well,
would you spray paint your soldering machine?
Who asked that?
Anime.
If you're into spray painting, have fun.
So I understand you're kind of the artistic one in the bunch here. So would you spray paint your soldering iron, or I guess you're referring to the soldering station, the whole thing?
It's a good question though. You could almost powder coat it, but what's the other thing? Oh, dipping. What's the dipping? Hydro dipping?
Oh yeah, you can hydro dip it. I'm not sure how well it would work when you're done though.
That would be pretty. Well, you just take the case off and hydro dip the case.
Oh well, that's a whole different.
Not
thing,
the motherboard.
That's not nearly as entertaining to watch.
Sure. Well, she might actually get a kick out of what I'm going to do with what do we call it? The Lieutenant Dude. I was thinking about going to. There's a guy called Sticker Dude up the road, believe it or not, and it's not me. I'm not Sticker Dude, but I was thinking of going there and getting my Lieutenant Dude wrapped. Like you just do like a wrap, and I'm trying to think of a ham radio theme wrap to do on. So what I was thinking is I might do all of the YouTubers' logos on my Dude Commander.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
I mean, it would be cool. She made me kind of think of that there.
Do you have a metal bender?
No, but I wouldn't be opposed to getting one.
Yeah,
can't you just kind of like bend it?
Well, no, he's got these aluminum plates, and they actually have a machine that you put them in, and then you turn it down, and it bends it at a 90-degree angle, or whatever angle you set it at. So I was just wondering, because like when you look at the base, the antenna where the coax comes in, it's bent up.
Yeah,
I don't know if you need to bend it up.
And I think that's a weld that he had there, or is it actually bent? I think I've
If
seen
you
it
had
both
the metal
ways.
bender, you could bend it.
Yeah.
Or you just stick it in your teeth and crank
Right.
up on it. That would work too.
You could probably work it out with like a vise or 2 vices or something like that.
Lieutenant, dude, you ain't got no radio.
Now, how many people actually get that? That's the that'll date
that's
us.
funny.
Now, in all seriousness, anime, yeah, you can paint that thing. Just like Beer Snack says, just take the case off of it and paint it. You don't want a bunch of paint down in there. So take it off, make it artsy fartsy, and
Yeah, just do it up. Do you?
stick a picture up there. So let us
David
see it.
Hill's
But
asking.
do a video on it. That'd be cool.
David Hill's asking, what soldering station do y'all recommend?
So I've got 4 or 5 different flavors because various folks have sent them for the Padawans and whatnot. The one I use, and I have one at home. I don't remember what number it is. It's the Hako. And I hadn't seen Chuck in the chat today. Chuck sent the Padawan.
It's probably the 880 is the Heiko.
That sounds right.
This is a real popular one. That's the one I have.
And I love that thing. I mean, it heats up in about 2 seconds, and but that's something that you don't have to spend a fortune on, in my opinion, on a decent soldering station. There's some good ones out there for $20 or $30.
I had one of those $12 deals you plug right into the wall, and the whole thing would get hot, and the cord would get hot, and it was terrible.
And where'd you get that from? Like, just like Home Depot or something, or what?
I honestly have no idea where it came from. It was in my toolbox, and I had never soldered a thing in my life. And then once I started doing ham radio projects and stuff like that, I started using it, and I definitely did not like it, and I'm not good at soldering, and I bought the Heiko, and I can solder a million times better than I could with that.
I have a similar story as well. I mean, and that's why I asked Home Depot. We have Menards out by us. I don't know if Menards is a thing anywhere else, but
we
it's
have
like
them here in Nebraska.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Anyway, so like $3 for their soldering iron, right? And
I'm gonna interrupt real quick because Nugget's going. Nugget, see you later, bud, and thanks again for that donation to the G90 fund for the Padawan. It much appreciated. Sorry, go ahead, dude.
No, you're good. Thank you very much. I wish I could dance better for you, though. Anyway, it was like $3.95 at Menards for this soldering iron, and you don't realize how good or how bad of a solderer you are with a cheap soldering iron. I mean, it'll do the job. Don't get me wrong, but it's a lot more difficult. Then you get a nicer soldering iron, and you're good to go, man. Night and day difference.
And it's funny, actually, the other day at Harbor Freight, we just recently got a Harbor Freight here in town. I used to have to drive about 45 minutes. And I picked up one of the $3.99 soldering irons. And we haven't used it yet in class. I got it just to show the kids that, you can get one for cheap. But at the same time, there's something to be said for quality. So we're going to fire that up next week and go at it.
Well,
let's talk.
I don't know if you
Freight.
need a Heiko, right? Like the thing is that there's like those $40 range soldering stations that work pretty well, right?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Like some folks are like, I'm not going to do it. Go ahead.
I actually posted one in the comments there, and it's $62. It's a 2-in-1, so you have your surface mounted. That's like almost like a heat gun in a way, and then you have the soldering iron. But what I got to tell you is that actually goes on sale kind of frequently. I think I got mine for $49 or $50. So, not bad at all. Good investment. Variable temperature on there, and that's always nice. And then the removable tips are pretty universal. You can find them easily.
Yeah, and in fact, like I said, I've got 4 or 5 different flavors. And who was it that somebody brought that up? Anyway, I'll throw them all into a quick little video just to show you which ones they are and what they cost. And I don't have any of them on the table that don't work anymore. So they all still work, and they all do a decent job. So I would say, like you said, though, make sure you get one of those. The tip is replaceable easily.
I want to get one of those butane soldering irons that you can use like when you're out.
Those are awesome.
You know what I mean?
I've got one. They have them at Harbor Freight. I saw it the other day. I don't remember how much it is, but
well, the one I was looking at, I don't remember the brand. It was like $40. I'm like, I don't know. $40, I'll probably never use it. But It would be
Black
cool
Friday.
to have one in your field kit, right?
Yeah, I've got one. In fact, I have one. Cindy bought me for Christmas 2 years ago. It's a Dremel brand, and I used to keep it at
Right.
school. And
You showed me pictures of that before. That thing's cool.
yeah, that's an awesome little. And now it's in my antenna bag because we went and activated that one time, and then the antenna I jankied it up, and I didn't have an iron there to fix it. So I'm like, screw that. Now I always have an iron there to fix it. So it's a handy little thing right there.
It is. Harbor Freight is an amazing place. I'm glad you guys got one close to you because really it I kind of wanted to jump back to that, but really it goes to the point where if you need something quick, Harbor Freight is usually a place. And if it's maybe you're only going to use it once, right? I mean, they do have some quality stuff there too. But
Yeah.
what do you think is your favorite thing at Harbor Freight that you purchased?
So, well, I'm going to give you a little tease, but not too much of one. I bought a ham radio antenna at Harbor Freight.
That means it's a dryer tube or something like that. He's going to tune up on a G90.
So
I'm excited to see this actually. I'll be
it's
looking
actually
forward to it.
sitting right over there, and I'm considering using it this weekend on our POTA activation. Don Gibbs, that's a good point. Those Apache cases at Harbor Freight, good stuff, dude. I've got 3 or 4 of those things, especially if you can get one with a coupon. You know,
I got to tell you, you got to bring the coupons, right? And then they're a few more dollars off, or a tent sale, they're a few dollars off as well. But these things are durable. I don't know if I probably mentioned it before, but I did it. I ran it through a torture test. I put it underwater. I ran it over with a truck, all that good stuff. And
in fact, I watched your video on it before I bought one instead of a Pelican. I was like, you know what? And that's probably the first video of yours I've ever seen.
oh, cool. I hope I didn't disappoint.
I
I
bought
think
one.
yeah, right.
So
I hope that it served you well.
Did you use the affiliate link?
yes, I clicked the affiliate link to get him 14 cents or whatever it is.
Like,
So-
No,
right.
the Apache cases are nice. I used to buy Pelican cases, and I've got a couple of them around here for a couple different things. But the Apache cases work fantastic, so I don't really see a need to get a Pelican.
So now, going back to soldering irons, I don't guess I realized that these were a thing. USB soldering irons. So,
I thought when Beer Snack posted it, I thought he was making a joke, but
So-
apparently they are. Yeah.
I'm going to have to find one now.
I don't know how they could possibly have enough voltage to get hot, right? Because a USB is 5.5 volts or something like that. Especially if you're using lead-free solder, like we're all supposed to. I just don't see how that would work.
So Brett Wicker's in there saying hi to K5YVY amateur radio station. If you Google or hit the Z and hit K5YVY, you might figure something out there. It's not healthy to talk to yourself though.
Well, this guy again. Oh, great. Yeah. He had us. This Brett.
He got us last weekend, right?
This guy got us pretty good last week, and I think we're on to him. I'm about to report him to YouTube.
I just did.
Uh-oh. YouTube Popo coming for you.
Everybody smash that report button.
So Anime says she's a sucker for Plano. I'm assuming you're talking about the boxes, not the city in Texas. I don't like the city in Texas very well. So, but
Interesting. I never tried one of them.
no, they're tackle boxes, generally speaking. As far as I know, I don't know that they really market anywhere else. I may be wrong. I don't know.
But they do have a storage bin too.
Yeah, they do like little compartmentalized containers and stuff like that. But the tackle boxes, I think, is their bread and butter business.
So that's just a tackle box with a clear cover is all that is. Storage containers and all that.
Yeah, they also have like soft-sided tackle boxes with all the
the stackable
containers.
things. Yeah. So
Actually, though, you know what? This storage trunk is something I might be interested in. It's the model 1819, and it looks like it's fairly large, 108 quarts, right? I could probably throw some wires in there, coax, antenna wire, all that good stuff. So in the back of my truck, when I'm ready to go do my POTA, whenever I make that commander, it's just ready to go. I think that
check out Case-Guard, and that's what I buy for that kind of stuff. They have these like stackable foot lockers that are small, but they're super durable. They have them in various sizes.
Nice. I definitely will check it out.
Yeah, I like those a lot.
I was gonna pull it up, but I'm afraid I'll break StreamYard. I don't want to mess it up. This is only my second time using StreamYard, so
If it's working, don't mess with
yeah.
it.
So far, I like it a whole lot better than Streamlabs.
Oh, it's a million times better. I love it.
We were always running into technical difficulties, and I'd have to come in here 42 and a half minutes early just to make sure all the audio worked and everything. So StreamYard is like, as long as you remember to set it up, your stream on StreamYard, which I failed to do today. So anime is a fisher gal than a hunter.
Fishing's great.
Yeah, fishing's a good time. I like to do it too.
Yeah, out here, I think the big thing is pretty much bass. But when I lived out in Arizona and the West, it was always trout fishing. Montana, beautiful trout fishing. Learned how to fly fish out there too.
I used to go trout fishing when I lived in California. We'd go up the mountain and do some trout fishing. I fished for 3 days before they told me I really need to just put some Velveeta cheese on there. And
yeah,
sure enough, next thing you know, whoa, look, fish. So
yeah, we would frequently go up into the high Sierras in trout fish there. I would lure fish with super dupers, but yeah, everybody always would say Velveeta cheese. But I better not say that part. Yeah, mix it with a little bit of that,
It's supposed to use an organic bait, right? And it's a rule.
You're not supposed to use pellets either, fish pellets.
My
they
buddy
feed them at
got
the
a $400 ticket for putting cheese on a lure.
Really?
So wait, what's the rule? You can't use what now?
Organic baits in like trout catch and release areas.
I'm not sure Velveeta counts as organic. I think it's completely chemical.
You're probably right. You're probably safe there.
Right before the Super Bowl, you can walk into any Walmart and find just a bulk stack of it in the middle of an aisle that requires no refrigeration, and it's not hard. It's all and it's chemical.
If you really go ahead, Abe.
No, you got it, bro.
I was just gonna say, man, like if you do really want to catch the fish and nobody else is catching fish, you pull out that the trout pellets that you made into a dough bait, so it looks like power bait. You throw that on your hook, and you're gonna catch them left and right. Because really, if you're going to a lake that is stocked with like rainbows, for example, and I haven't fished in years, and the statute of limitations has since been exceeded. But if you go to any lake, that has a stock, you're gonna catch them because that's what they're used to. I'm pretty sure. Not speaking from first-hand experience, but it works pretty well.
That's what you heard anyway.
Yes.
My buddy and I were fishing the lake, and this old timer came up, and he gets out his giant 5-gallon bucket and his fishing pole, and he gets out a big treble hook, and he's putting these worms, and he breaks out a can of WD-40, and I'm like, "What are you doing, man? What's that all about?" And he goes, "Oh man, the fish love this WD-40." I'm like, son, I'm using Berkeley Power Bait. I got my spray scent on here. This is infused. I explain all of my high-tech stuff, and me and my buddy are laughing. I'm like, this guy ain't going to catch nothing. Like, third cast, he brought in a giant catfish. This catfish was so big, he couldn't fit. He couldn't get it in the bucket. Like, if you put it in the bucket would fall over. He's trying to bend it to get it in there and everything. I'm like, hey, man, let me get some of that WD-40, bro.
So Beer Snack says he used KFC biscuits. I'm partial to Popeye's biscuits myself, but that's just me. I don't know if Popeyes are everywhere.
We finally got a couple up here.
So if you can handle
more a southern thing, Popeyes, right?
And it takes 3 times as long because they're not the most efficient organization in the world, so the drive-through line is ridiculous. But yeah, I'm gonna go throw that up. Appreciate that. Yeah, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. So, I don't know how much have we come up with for the G90. I don't know.
Here, I have an idea right now. Okay, we have this is really going to promote the people in the chat, and viewers watching at home aren't even in the chat. Right now, I think we have 27 likes, and we have 20 minutes left in this episode. So, how many likes can we get in the next 20 minutes? And I'll donate that much. 1 like equals $1, guys. I'm crazy.
Oh, there you go. 1 like equals $1. So if you have 4 or 5 YouTube accounts. Just saying.
And smash it on them all, guys, all right?
So, Icon biscuit. So can the G90 tuna fish? You know what? Maybe I'll find out this weekend. So
how Well, yeah, that would be.
But you know what? If I made a video on that, somebody's going to come.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody's. Yeah.
I was gonna say how many bio-NO batteries would it take to catch some fish. But I don't recommend doing that, and I think that's all hypothetical, of course.
Yeah, I would never encourage anyone to do anything unethical or unlawful. Abe doesn't have to dance for his own. Appreciate that, brother Abe.
No worries, no worries.
So yeah, Steve says we can tune a fishing sign. This I know, and it does quite well with the fishing sign. So.
Look at that, man. We just went from 27 likes to 42 likes.
So I can't see the likes on the screen.
That's good.
So I guess I need
to
drag it over that way because it's different.
Keep it up, guys. Go sneak into your boss's office because you're still at work and you're listening to some dudes talking radio, right? Go sneak in his office and smash the like on his thing, too, and subscribe while you're at it, too.
Yeah, go ahead and subscribe, and make sure you hit the bell so they're like, what in the world is this? And
it'll make your boss happy.
It will. They will be happy. They can come hang out every Wednesday night and talk about fishing and a little bit of radio. So that's a good thing.
That's right. That's right. So I'm just go ahead.
Dude, what are your plans for field day?
Yeah, I'm going to a campground in Wisconsin. It gives me an excuse to get out of Illinois. But with that too, I think we kind of talked about it last week.
Oh boy, we got another one.
Oh, what do we got? I can't see it. Oh, there it is.
It is. Yeah, Emily. Yeah, Mike, much appreciated. And for those of you who don't know, Mike has done a ton for getting kids and stuff on the air. He hooked my daughter Jerica, and or I should say, facilitated the hooking up and T.O.'s daughter Leah with their first POTA setup. I mean, so you were much appreciated, Mike. Anybody who I'm not sure how you would be in mine and not be in Mike's sub list already, but if you're not, make sure you are.
Yeah, I'm going to go subscribe right now.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm not sure who this guy is, but I'll check it out.
Are you not keeping up with the YouTube community?
Well, I have not been keeping up with the YouTube community.
That is unfortunate. So,
but
with it, he's asking we.
Yeah, Wisconsin, because I said I was going to escape Illinois. And we learned a lot last year. Like I kind of talked about it last week, but we learned a lot last year. And this year, my goal is to be more prepared. In fact, we're going out to the site Saturday or Friday, I believe, just to kind of scope it out and get an idea what we're going to do with antennas. And whereas last year, I think we just went out there and we're like, we're just gonna shoot some radio. Well, there was a couple of failures there, or lessons learned, excuse me.
So, as long as you have fun doing it, who cares?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Would you forget the coax adapter?
Oh yeah, I forgot the radio. No, I'm just kidding. But I am probably going to bring the FTDX10 out this year. A lot of people are wanting to see that radio, and what better way to display it than at field day?
You ought to just come south a significant ways. Bring that FTDX10 and just come south a good ways. I might know a field that you can play field day at. Yeah,
right. I think that'd be hard because I'm already planning on Huntsville, and I'm sure many people are.
That was my next question. If you're coming to Huntsville, then
yes, sir.
I've got the fortunate or unfortunate, however you want to look at it, luck, I guess, or lack thereof, of my camper is right next to Ham Radio 2.0s at the campground. So,
did you guys plan that, or
no? In fact, he posted his in the Discord chat. He posted his screenshot of his campsite, and I was like, I looked at that one, but it was taken. And then, of course, I'm the one right next door. So I was like, all righty. So, no, in all seriousness, it'll be a good time. We can play some radio, maybe shoot some video, and play more radio, and probably consume a beverage or two. So, which means Jason needs to bring some of that Texas beverage that we can't get out here.
Andy says I'm going to run out of money, and to that I say keep hitting the like button and let's see.
Where are we at? 61 So
There you go.
oh, there you go.
Just
That's my number 2, Jim. That's
I'm working on it. I'm working on
close.
it.
We got to keep going. Yeah. You know, the first time I heard the yeah earlier, I actually thought that was you that was yelling yeah, dude, because you kind of opened your mouth. You opened your mouth at the right time, and I was like,
It was him. It was him.
You'll never know.
So, how much to get Ape Dance? I cannot play the video. Ape has threatened the life of everybody and every animal. I mean, he threatened the life of my dead goat. I can't. You're gonna have to work that out with Ape. I can't do it. So.
He was like, "I'm out of here."
So, Curtis is in there making.
We heard that beer though. He was like, "You know what?
I'm not a dancer. That's the problem. I can't even clap along to music. You know what I mean? Like I'm just not good at it."
So yep. Where was that? I was trying to hit. There we go.
Anime signed an NDA.
So yeah, I kind of did. It was, you know, I got the video by way of trickery anyway.
Or you were being greasy.
So yeah, it would not be ethical of me to.
Well, the ape dance is a combination between the stanky leg and the dirty squirrel. So if you guys know those dances, then you would be able to kind of imagine what it is.
Yeah, if you can just kind of put those together. In fact, if you want, you guys can all post your videos of what you think the ape dance is, and I will tell you which one is closest.
You know what?
I can do.
Post your videos. Send us a link, and we'll premiere it here or on Coffee and Ham Radios. Or
we may get enough that we can have some of them on our Wednesday, some of them on Coffee and Ham Radios.
Right.
Maybe even that Ham Radio Clubhouse I keep hearing about.
We need a good hashtag for it so we could find it easily.
Them boys over at the Ham Radio Clubhouse, they get rowdy over there. They do a show every Tuesday night now, I believe. I can't remember the exact time. I think it's 7 Central, but it's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I haven't been able to make one yet. We are just getting close to the end of our archery season at school, and once that's done, my Tuesdays and Thursdays get a lot more flexible.
I got you. And then you also do the field coach. You're the field strength coach, and then you're the football coach. And
nah, negative Ghost Rider.
I thought you were saying that the PT guy. You're the PT guy, right?
No, I'm the camera guy. I'm the one that runs all the technology for the football team. So I go and make sure that they get all their video and whatnot. So because those folks will sit around for 20 hours watching film of a game, analyzing every footstep. So
yeah, that's crazy.
I just send them the video. Like, here you go. Look at that shot. That's it. So Beer Snack says this is the Ham Radio Clubhouse right there. Tuesday nights at 8 Eastern. I don't know who in the world speaks Eastern time. Apparently Beer Snack does. The rest of us in the world speak Central. But you know, there it is. So
we just lost dude.
So you know, he probably turned his camera on.
Yeah. I had to stretch a little bit.
I didn't know if you were grabbing some contraption to show off on screen.
I was trying to go hide with everybody hitting. There's only 66 likes. I'm greedy. Come on. I had to stretch a little bit. Sorry.
Need to search the dark web for Ape's Dance. I'm not sure what you're wanting to search the dark web for there, Gus man. But Ape's Dance might be there. It is on a computer that I own.
You turned it into one of those NFTs, right? The non-fungible tokens, or whatever they are.
Oh, I saw. So I hadn't read up too much on it yet.
Okay, well, we'll save it for next time so you can read up on it, and then we'll talk about it.
Otherwise, I just kind of sound ignorant. I don't want to be sounding ignorant now.
And there's Ham Radio Clubhouse is now posting down there in the in the chat. They're saying rowdy. I'm just saying you boys have a good time over there. It looks like fun. That's all. It's all love.
So now Steve's throwing a little shade at me for everybody else speaks Central, and that's kind of I have had to adjust to Eastern time because, you know, I'm doing some work with ARRL, and they're all Eastern folks. So the first couple meetings were It's like, I thought you meant my time, not your time, kind of thing. So.
Oh, Jim's saying not all of it is 4. It's also Central. So we got a dispute going on in the chat.
And yeah, they've got some. Is it Phoenix City down there, Georgia, Alabama state line, where it's like right through the middle is where the time zone goes, and so they don't.
It beats
they
me.
don't change
We should have
time.
one time. We should have one time that everybody uses.
Hey man, we call that UTC.
But nobody uses it.
Whoa.
That's the thing. I said one that everybody uses. Nobody uses UTC.
So Ghostman asked what the Padawans need, and I'm just going to be. It is not the Padawans as a group. This is, out of all the Padawans I've had get licensed, this is the first one that's upgraded to General, and he did it in like 2 weeks. So we're trying to get Cody a G90 is what we're working on here. So, it's easy. I say it's easy. It's relatively easy to get kids licensed that first time. It's a lot. I don't know. It's a lot cooler, I guess, when they get licensed and they run with it. And
yeah, that's awesome, right?
So this is the kid that he climbed on his roof and he's calling me. He's like, "Well, I'm keying up my radio, holding my
cool.
roll of tape." I'm like, "You might not want to hold." I mean, it's granted, it's a Baofeng, so it only puts out 2 watts, but
allegedly 190 watts. If
yeah,
you got
well,
the one I got.
he doesn't have the dude thing.
He doesn't have the dude thing.
So he does not. But
was he the one with the Yagi as well?
Yes, he's the one that with the Yagi. He's the one. Cool. Literally, he is just eating it up. And of course, it's like I mentioned in the Discord. Only in my classroom is passing a ham radio upgrade test an excuse to hit on the girls, because literally he's like, "Yeah, I got my General," and it was like instant. It's like 15 girls like around him, and he's
"Hey,
like,
Rachel, I got my General."
Racing, I got the Ohm's Law question.
Whoa!
And
I'm working.
He was dancing.
Hip hop hooray! Ho!
Is it hip hop? Did you say hip hop hooray? Yeah! So, there he goes again. And thank you very much, Adam. And that is another above and beyond. Adam has done a ton for the Padawans. So
yeah, that's awesome, man. That's great.
So
Adam is a good guy.
Y'all. Oh, sorry. Y'all got about 6 minutes here to go onto your Discords or whatever groups you're part of and just say, "Go like this video." We're at 67 now. Let's get to 100 before we close this out.
Yeah, book face it or whatever you do. It's
book face.
So that's number 2 for Jim. Hang on.
Yo, there's a competition going on here, huh?
Hold on.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey, KO4 AFL says,
Team Jim, go Jim. Whoa, 350 to see the ape dance. That's what he says. Come on, man.
No pressure, but we're just going to.
Steve's got to be pretty serious,
it's not
man.
Fair. It's not fair.
Life isn't fair. That's a lesson that you should have learned in kindergarten.
350. Man, you guys all did awesome tonight, though, in the chat. Thank you, guys.
Everybody's just staring Ape down.
I know. These guys are brutal. I'll tell you.
I got to assume that how far do you think you were in tonight? As far as that goes, you got to be close with him, right?
I honestly don't know. I have to.
No, it's cool. Don't worry about it.
I don't know. I'd have to go back. I don't.
Everybody.
After the fact.
Everybody did such an amazing job,
So yeah, it is much appreciated. So he's gonna. I'm telling you, if there is ever a kid that will take off and use it, it is this one. So I can promise you, he will have that thing. Well, he picked up recently. MTC had the ICOM. Oh, help me out, Curtis. It's the little 65 watt 2 meter one, 2300 or I think it is. Little 2 meter rig, 65 watts.
This is 2300A, right? Or
yeah, it sounds right. H or whatever it is. Anyway, he ordered one, and he shoots on our archery team as well. He ordered one, and I was still up at the school scoring scorecards with Curtis, and the emails start hitting. Okay, well, I've got this repeater programmed in. I mean, he's already unboxed it. He came home, he's unboxed it, hooked it up to, I'm not sure what car he took the car battery out of because he doesn't have a power supply. But he said, this battery's really huge. I was like, you might want to have told your dad that, you know, you took his truck battery or whatever.
Goes to start the truck. I got an emergency. I got to get to town.
And well, actually, his dad may legitimately have an emergency. He is in the blue light profession, so
yeah,
you know that's a legitimate concern. So I'm hoping he didn't take it out of something like that. But
that was a brand new squad car, son.
so,
But they have 2 batteries in them, though. Don't
you
they?
mean to
Don't
tell
they
me you
have
spliced into
batteries?
those Motorola wires? Yes, Dad.
yep. Sorry, Mr. Goodgame taught me how to put it back together. It's okay.
Those
But
have
they have 2 batteries, right? Don't the cop cars have 2 batteries?
That's a good question.
I think our fire truck's got like.
I think they do.
Yeah, I remember the old Crown Vics had just 1 battery, as I recall. But I know, like the new Tauruses, I think they only have 1 as well. Who knows? I'm sure there's somebody in the chat who knows. You know, I'm not very experienced in that.
Why
All right.
might know. He's in the blue light profession too, but he's probably still busy talking to himself. So.
But he's in one of those counties where he's got to use his own car,
All right,
Yeah,
this is gonna
like Sheriff Taylor.
So yeah, that
that's gonna
happens
be
a lot. Down there.
this is gonna be for the month here.
We got it. I'm working on it, boys. I'm working on it.
And I ain't dancing.
Oh, dude, you don't have to dance for your own, dude.
I do like that.
Now I have to go get fajitas or something, man.
Sounds kind of good. I would like some tacos, actually. K6ARK is only familiar with the back seats.
You know, the question is, does your municipality have the plastic back seats, or do they still have the, you know?
We had half
Whatever.
and half, and we had the plastic ones, and they were great because nothing could be tucked in. On the leather ones, if you will, or the fake leather, there's a little spot here. So if you don't
Yeah.
search the individual correctly, they're gonna stuff some, you know, whatever might be the case in there. And later, somebody else is gonna find it, and you're gonna get in trouble, right?
Yeah.
So those plastic ones were nice, but we had like a half and a half when I left.
Well, on the plastic ones also, those molded plastic ones, you can hose them out, and it makes vomit cleanup and stuff like that a little easier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Memories.
I don't miss that, buddy.
He's sitting there like, memories.
We were kids. I had a buddy actually throw up in his car, and he got a brand new car, got sick, and threw up in his new car.
Oh.
And the next day, like it was like, you got to sell it. You got to get it. You got to trade it in on something else. He actually did. Yeah, a couple of weeks later because it was so bad.
So, yeah.
Dang, that's horrible, man. It's horrible.
Yeah.
One guy out here in the middle of summer spilled milk. He might be watching right now too, but he spilled milk in his car in the middle of summer. And man, he was like, "Hey, you want to go for a ride?" And I got into his car in the middle of Chicago in the middle of summer. I'm like, "Man, I'd rather walk."
I lost a banana in a car once. It does the same thing after about 3 days.
You lost a
Man.
what?
A banana. It fell out of my lunch or whatever and it started to. It was a little slower actually. It started to smell, and after a few days, it just smelled like jailhouse hooch.
When we were really young, my sister had a hamster, and it got loose. She was playing with it in the car, and it got away from her. And we never found that hamster again. But it chewed holes in all the seats and stuff like that when at night went into to build a nest. Ended up dying in the van, and the van smelled terrible for about 6 months.
That's a long time for a hamster to smell bad. I would think they would decompose a lot faster than that.
It was bad. It was the worst.
Are we on a Ham Nation night tonight?
We are on a Ham Nation night tonight, so yeah, we actually need to make sure we're punctual.
Yes.
So, because
Yeah, definitely. So, we
so
got about a minute.
Curtis says, "Do it, last chance."
I'll do it
Yeah.
next time. We'll see
we
what
can
happens.
cue up that song that you can dance, you can dance.
My internet's starting to go out on me again.
Oh, you're like T.O., huh? Your internet's just gone.
Right. When the talk gets tough.
So, all right, well, it is about that time. So, fellas, I appreciate you being here. Folks, thank you for, I'm sure that's got to be enough to get the Code Man a G90. If not, it's close enough for government work, I'm sure. But
All right.
yeah, much appreciated. He will be completely thrilled. Like I said, he will definitely use it and get on the air. And when he does, I will make sure I post out where he is and whatnot. And y'all can all go work him. So thank y'all for being here. Ape, dude, appreciate it. T.O.,
Yeah,
thank you for being
anytime.
here for like 4.5 minutes.
Yeah,
And,
thank you for having me. It was fun tonight. I had a good time. I like
these
the
are always
conversations.
fun. I like these, just hang out and talk streams. So
Yeah, and I think
But,
everybody in the chat does as well.
So on that note, it is time to head over to HRCC for Ham Nation. So got a couple little things I need to click on here, but I will see you guys over there. So
Take care, everybody. Thanks.
y'all take
Goodbye,
care.
y'all.
We will see you on the air. 7-3.